Hi, I'm Bob Linde. I'm an acupuncturist and herbalist in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm going to talk to you today about some herbal remedies that we can use for high cholesterol and high blood sugar. Some of the materials that you can use are herbs such as the Hawthorne Berry or shanza, the asparagus, dandelion leaf, cinnamon bark. Obviously, these are both very serious medical problems that need to be evaluated by a professional whenever possible. But there's a number of herbs that are very effective for one or the other, and some even for both. So some of these you'll find at your grocery store, and some you'll need to find from your local herb store. So the first one I want to talk about is one called Hawthorne Berry. And there's two types. There's both an American and a Chinese variety of Hawthorne Berry. I generally recommend the Chinese varietal because it seems to work a little bit better for its digestive function. So we can often find this in the store labeled as shanza. This particular herb can be very effective for the person who's not eating very well yet. They're having a more fatty diet and starting to see their cholesterol levels start to rise a little bit. So you can actually enjoy this as a tea, and you can even cook with it sometimes to add a sour flavor to certain dishes. Another one that I like to recommend for cholesterol is one that you all know. Asparagus is very effective to help to keep the plaque from sticking to the arteries and veins. So you can either take the asparagus as a capsule, but ideally I would encourage you to eat it every day or as often as you can. It's also particularly good for stress since it's very high in its B vitamins. So enjoy your asparagus as often as you can or take it as a supplement. One that might be a little bit more complicated for those of you who have a more finicky taste buds is dandelion. Many of you up north and throughout the U.S. actually know this is a problem in your yard. Instead of trying to kill it and dig it up, I recommend that you actually eat the leaves of it. This particular herb is very well known to help liver function, to improve digestion. It lowers blood sugar, as well as seems to help with the cholesterol levels. So eating dandelions, and you don't have to eat quite so much as it's here every day, but you can add a little bit to your salad, you can add it to stir fries. It's wonderful steamed, kind of treating it like a spinach. So add a little bit of dandelion to your diet every day. And for those of you who aren't able to enjoy it as a salad green, you can always enjoy it as a capsule or as an alcohol extraction or tincture. Another one that's very good for blood sugar is cinnamon. Cinnamon bark is known to very effectively lower blood sugar to the point where if you are on blood sugar medications, you need to be careful that you don't drop your blood sugar too low. In general, I recommend rather than taking it as a capsule that you incorporate cinnamon powder into your diet whenever possible. If you're unable to do that, then you can always again take it as a capsule as it's recommended on the bottle. Because concentrations may vary, there's not a set amount that you want to recommend on bottle dosages. Another one, because we oftentimes see that with blood sugar issues, the cravings for sugar can be very intense. So there's an herb in Ayurvedic medicine called Genema silvestri that is known as the destroyer of sugar. And although it has a slight effect on lowering blood sugar, its best property is that it makes it so you don't crave the sugar quite so much. So if you drink a tea of Genema silvestri about an hour or so before you usually get your sugar cravings or before you have a meal, you actually will find the sugar just doesn't taste as good as it used to. So make sure that you maintain healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels throughout your life. Be sure to have your blood levels checked by your MD, and should those levels start to creep up, be sure to use your diet, your herbs, and consult a trained professional if you're not able to do it on your own. This is Bob Linde in St. Petersburg telling you to enjoy your herbs with every meal.